Have you ever wondered how your favorite anime merch gets made? Like this Dragon Ball Hawaiian shirt or this CR Loves X Junji Ito Meow shirt. Fashionable. Anime fashion has been on a long journey, from fan-made bootleg t-shirts to the new Gucci x Banana collab. But today, I'm gonna serve up the B-side to that story, the BTS, or behind the scenes for all you armies out there, of how does anime fashion actually get made. Before we get started, I want to thank our sponsor for this video, Adobe. Adobe has a huge range of Creative Cloud apps that are perfect for anyone who wants to get creative. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, creativity is in all of us. We just need to unleash it. Okay, let's talk anime fashion. Our exploration of anime merch begins in our very own Crunchyroll store. If you haven't been there already, check it out, store.crunchyroll.com, baby. It's got all sorts of cool stuff like figures, toys, apparel, housewares, and of course, the exclusive collections that you can only get in the Crunchyroll store. Those super exclusive, limited edition collections are a part of the CR Loves label and our in-house e-commerce team are the masters behind the merch. Today, they're gonna give us the scoop on some of their coolest recent collaborations. So, since I'm no expert on merch design, I'm just some guy, let's get our info from the experts from the Crunchyroll team.
Hi, I'm Kristen Parcell, Senior Director of Commerce at Crunchyroll. I manage the Commerce Department and the Crunchyroll store.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Montgomery. I'm the Senior Graphic Designer for the Crunchyroll store.
Kristen and Caitlin are the people that bring all of the CR Loves collection to life, including one of my personal favorites, their collab with my bestie and avid anime fan, Megan the Stallion, aka Tina Snow, aka Hot Girl Meg, aka Megan the Todoroki.
Would you say you're an anime character, Megan?
I mean, you know, half anime character, half rapper.
Oh. Perfect answer. Perfect answer.
Let's see how our team translated Megan's aesthetic into a capsule collection.
So for CR Loves Megan the Stallion, this one was a pretty fun one. They only sent us one piece of art, and it was this. It's a really cool animation, or not animation, illustration of Megan the Stallion in a cowboy hat for Savage. So that was like the initial idea, was to make a collection for the song Savage. So the first thing I did was sort of pull together images of her I liked, stuff from her Instagram, just stage stuff, just to get like a general feel of her vibe. And then just some anime references also, because she's a huge anime fan and this whole collaboration is what this was sort of born out of. And that's how it fits into Crunchyroll. So trying to make Megan the Stallion anime. So I initially started off with some ideas that I don't think were really working, like trying to make it more like 70s, but I don't think that was working, so I wanted to go more in this direction. I feel like color is really important in this one too. So obviously we wanted to keep Crunchyroll orange, and then there's a ton of reds and yellows in here too, so limited the color palette to red, yellow, orange, and black, and white. Different fonts, you know, just messing around and seeing what would work for these and pulling her name in kanji and Savage in kanji to use throughout the collection too. But yeah, so after you sort of do all your research and get a general idea of what you're doing, you can start. And then this is sort of the finished product of where we ended up with this lockup, a more bold anime style versus this, you know, but still like these little knots, like this like airbrush cursive. So it still feels like cool and modern, but also anime. So I'm gonna be showing you how I made one of the shirts in the collection. So this is what we had to start with. So I thought it would be cool if we pulled out our lips, so something totally different for one of the shirts, and pulled inspiration from this album cover. I'll have to trace it in Illustrator in order for it to be printed at the right size. But for now, just to get like a general feel of how I want it to look, I'm just gonna work with this file. Then I just have these lips I'm working with. I'm also gonna put it on a background for now, just to get a general idea of what it would look like on a black shirt. And then I wanna make this more vibrant to map closer to this color palette. So I'm just gonna do gradient map to start out. And I know I want this kind of like juicy red and then more of like a pink and a white. But it's still just like losing a little bit of details, so that's kind of close to what I want. But then I'm gonna overlay Savage over it. Alright, so overall, I like the look of this. I'm gonna see how it looks on his shirt. So there it is, and then on the back we want to do, because this one is so, it's not really subtle, but it doesn't really reference Megan Thee Stallion or Crunchyroll. I want to put something really big on the back that has that. And that's how I designed the Megan Thee Stallion collection.
Random little fun fact, one of Horikoshi's assistants on My Hero Academia drew Mirako in outfits inspired by Megan. So, I guess the cosplay goes both ways. Now, let's check out some merch featuring the baddest kaiju this side of the Pacific. No, not Pulgasari. I'm talking about Godzilla. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. But also, check out a Pulgasari video, because that guy's pretty cool too. CR Loves rolled out an amazing collection of Godzilla-themed clothes and toys, including this adorable little dude whose pre-order sold out almost instantly. But before I get too deep, I'm gonna hand things off to our ecom team so they can tell you about how the collection was created firsthand. Take it away.
We get, all this art from whoever we're working with. So just going through and just editing down what we want to use for the art, all of that kind of stuff, and then I'll put it in a file and gather other inspiration and see what other apparel is out there for it. Because the art is already created, so you don't really need to recreate it for a lot of things, and a lot of the times people don't want you to, so it's just sort of figuring out what to do with it and changing colors and what to put it on. Because sometimes, if you're stuck, if you have all these restraints, it's sort of fun to like push the boundaries and see what you can do with it. So that's really fun too, and it pushes you to a different spot you wouldn't normally go. So I didn't want to do a ton to any of these because, look at that. But I did want to make it, add a little something. For this one, I'm going to open it up in Photoshop. So adjustments, gradient map. So it'll essentially map a gradient to the colors that are existing in this already. So if it's black to white, it'll just change it to black to white. I have some existing ones that I've used throughout this collection before. So this is the one that I want to stick with. And now that I have this, I think I'm going to add some more elements, but I kind of want to start to think about what sort of blank I want to put on, or what sort of apparel item. Long sleeves are in right now. I'm going to do long sleeve. I like tie-dye too, so this is kind of cool tie-dye, or maybe a purple tie-dye. This is a cool green. So you can sort of play around with what colors work. That's pretty cool too. This part is difficult because you're just making these gut decisions. And honestly, a lot of stuff looks good, so it's kind of tricky sometimes. But I'm gonna do a lightish purple, and I want to make this tie-dye. So if I can find some sort of image or something so they can recreate it, we can do it. So I'll just pull this for now. I'm gonna adjust the colors of it slightly, and I kind of want it to be this light purple. I think that looks good. Maybe we add in some Godzilla. All right, there it is.
So part of my research to capture the essence of an IP or a character, of course, is trying to immerse myself into the show, right? We're watching it on Crunchyroll. We're talking to team members and coworkers, referencing the manga. More often than not, manga exists, and researching within Japan. Also, the popularity there, or even getting feedback directly from the creators or producers, and just trying to immerse ourselves in that, and also mining comments on social platforms where existing fans are talking about what they like about the show or the personality of the show.
Fascinating stuff. Now, more about the little dude, aka the limited edition Godzilla Sofubi, which is Japanese for soft vinyl figures. You can actually check out our video about figurines if you want to know more. Check it out. Now, Kristen, can you tell us about how it was made?
So I asked Toho if we could do a figure, and they were like, yes, you can work with our figure licensees and choose, and then you can do a color variant. So they gave me all the licensees, and I really love Medicom. And so I looked through Medicom's catalog of like what was available. And when I saw the Godzilla laying down, I was like, oh my God, that is the one. We have to have this figure. And I got so much crap for choosing this figure. Everyone was like, no one's gonna buy that. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't care. I'm trumping everybody. I love this. And then I worked with Medicom on choosing the colors, and they helped make recommendations based on what they had done in the past to make these colorways more collectible, more rare, I guess. And of course I could shoot myself for not bringing in more quantity, even just a little bit more. I made it super limited, and they'll never be available again. So those are going to be really valuable.
Okay, so I'm probably not gonna be able to make my own exclusive Timlu Medicom Sofubi. Well, the last CR Loves BTS we'll see is CR Loves collaboration with my other bestie and one of the horror manga legends, Junji Ito. We actually did 2 collaborations, a solo one with Ito Sensei himself, and the other was a dual collab extravaganza with horror punk legends, Misfits. So, since I know nothing about the behind the scenes of these collabs, all I know is that they look sick as heck, let's get our info from the experts.
We actually commissioned 3 custom pieces from Junji Ito, inspired by the Misfits. So these are the 3 pieces of art that we have to work with. And then we have the Misfits logo, and then I have this Junji Ito logo. But this is from the anime, so it doesn't really work with this, so I'm gonna create a custom one. So the next step is I sort of pulled together a bunch of Misfits merch and flyers, art, and then some Junji Ito stuff to sort of get a feel of what we wanted to do. This one I felt like should be very black and white, but I did kind of like these pops of these really saturated, almost like neon colors, like these punk colors. I thought it would be cool to do Junji Ito in this, you know, kind of like drippy Fiend Club font. So I'm gonna use this as inspiration and sort of pull from these to make the letters. Pull the Junji Ito from here and then sort of add a little bit of that to it so it's more stylized. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just generally trace the letters I know I'm gonna need, and then sort of freehand the rest of them. Okay, so then I just went in and sort of cleaned up these edges and then made the J's and the I's a little different so they don't look exactly the same, and it's more of that hand done kind of feel. And then you can see here I made this a little bit more drippy and add it down the side. I'm gonna add in the Misfits logo and then just a little X, kind of in the same style. Okay, so I colored everything in, the rest of the purple. And I also kind of softened these edges a little bit. So I just went in with a black brush and just sort of made it so it's not so square. I also played around with other color patterns, but think I like the purple and green the best. But it's always fun to see what else it could look like. And then we did do another colorway of this shirt. I want to add this Junji Ito type, and this was that like drippy version of it that I created earlier. And then before I get this ready for production, I'm just gonna see what it looks like on a shirt. And there it is. Beautiful.
Wow, all this hot info about merchandising. So, let's say if I wanted to make a t-shirt, where would I start?
So anyone can be creative, especially using these Adobe tools, because they really, you don't have to be so artistic necessarily, or like in a traditional sense artistic. You can have a vision and sort of bring it to life easier in Photoshop because you can sort of trace and pull apart things and add things together. So it's really helpful in me being creative, and I think anyone.
So I truly believe that everyone is creative in their own way. And with the advent of a Photoshop or an Illustrator, that actually allows you to manifest those ideas and experiment and try not to compare yourself to others or what you believe is creative, but just get in there and get inspired and work things out, and you will be amazed at what you can come up with and produce and what other people will love.
Photoshop and Illustrator helped me a lot because I'm not really a sketcher. So you can try so many different things and undo and redo and add layers and, you know, keep iterating off of it. So that helps me be creative. I've never really been like a drawer or painter or anything like that, but I always made stuff. I always enjoyed doing that. I used to even make shirts before I really knew what graphic design was. I would make stuff in Microsoft Paint and then tape fabric to printer paper and print it out and then cut it out and put it on t-shirts.
Creative expression is so important because it's so personal. It's very therapeutic. I think as humans, we get so focused on work and daily life and our routines, and creativity helps us step outside of that world and brings us back maybe to a younger place, and it just does something different for the mind, and I think gives your life more balance and more joy.
Just start making it. It's hard to have or for me anyway, it's hard when you have a vision but you can't quite get it out. But the more you do it and the more you practice and the better you become at using the tools you have, it just gets easier. You just have to do it, practice.
It is a good message. I wish more people would just do something.
Yeah, speaking of Adobe stuff, I actually record my audio for all these videos off Adobe Audition. Thank you, Adobe. So you reached the end of the video. If we inspired you to get creative, you should know that the Adobe suite is always 60% off for students. So go ahead and make something cool. We'll also put a link in the description down below to make this as easy as possible, because I want to see those creations of yours. Yeah. Let me see them.
Don't you think I should do some kind of Tim merch? I went to him, I don't know, probably a year and a half ago, and I said it to him, and I think he thought I was joking. I love the idea of a pocket tee with Tim's head talking to you out of the t-shirt, and I don't know, there's so much I could do with him. I want to do it so bad.
Well, thanks to our ecom team for showing us all the work that goes into the CR Loves collections. And thank you, Adobe, our sponsor for this video. We literally couldn't have done it without you. Actually, just the whole point of this video is thanks to you guys. If you're still watching, take a minute to flex your creativity today, and why not actually send me some creations you guys make? Seriously, just send them to sendtimart@crunchyroll.com and I will check it out. I will 100% reply with something like, heck yeah, So yeah, send them. I don't care. It can be weird as hell too. If it's weird as though, I'll send a heck no, maybe. But I'll still reply. Let me see your creations. Send them. I'm Tim Liu, host of Crunchyroll. Thank you for watching. Click the other videos. You know the drill. Click that one. Pew, pew, pew. Click. Bam, bada bing. Go check out some other video. I don't care. Have a good one. Bye-bye now.